Hello world and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we are going to be reacting to Rebecca and Zied episode 2 of 90 Days Fiancé, the original series, season 8. So let's get into it.
Hey!
How you been?
Good. Can I leave my stuff here?
Absolutely.
Thank you. In a few days, my fiance, Zied, will be having his K-1 visa interview in Tunisia.
You made it.
Hey,
I love the shirt.
thank you, Zied. I'm really
Okay, she plays too much. I mean, I understand having your boyfriends on your wallpaper. I understand having a little framed picture on your wall. But we've seen in the first season, before even she met him, she had like 15 framed pictures on the walls, all over the walls. I don't even have any framed picture of my family, and those are family. So I don't understand, like the t-shirts, they play too much. This is turning into an obsession. It's not even love at this point. Imagine having, like, she went and had somebody print a t-shirt of that man's face, and she got it and she unpacked it and she washed it and she wore it. That's a lot of effort. I'm sorry, that's a lot of effort.
really nervous about this interview process. So today, I'm excited to let off some steam with my best friend, Melanie. Okay, what are we doing?
Girl, gonna do a little bit of self-defense.
Melanie was my boss when I did the PI stuff full time, but I've started a new career as a restaurant manager and I haven't seen much of her. So we have a lot to catch up on.
So what's the
Well, those are two different professions. They're not even close. From private investigator to a restaurant manager, I don't understand the correlation between these two professions. But anyway, at least she works, at least she's hustling, and you don't need to do self-defense. You need to take a self-loving classes, something, because you be kind of thirsty. Anyway, let's keep watching.
latest on you and Zied?
His interview is in 2 days. So bless his heart, he is so scared
Why would he be nervous? I mean,
about having to answer questions, and they can tell by the way he answers questions if he feels comfortable or not.
Nah, they cannot tell. Even us, we cannot tell. He has one. Listen, Ziad has one vocal range and one like emotion when he's speaking. I love Rebecca so much. I want to be comfortable with Rebecca, and this makes me angry. That's Ziad, pretty much. It doesn't get any deeper than that, so you shouldn't be worried.
yeah, well, be a true test of y'all's relationship. When I met Rebecca, she was with the ex. She went and visited him, married him in his country, and then realizing he was using her. It was very hurtful for Rebecca.
So your left arm is gonna be your jab, okay? So we're gonna punch right here. Boom. That's it. Here we go. Jab.
Now she's getting ready.
The trainer looks kinda. He has Arab like features, not future. Features. So he kinda looks like a Moroccan or a North African would look like, if that makes any sense. So you see Rebecca getting excited. She's like, I can punch you if you want me to. Let's keep watching.
To bring Zied into the U.S.
And two.
It's just so similar. And being a private investigator, I definitely have suspicions.
Okay, 1 and 2. Good. Now we're gonna switch pads, okay? So you're gonna be holding the pads for her.
Okay, so being private investigator doesn't mean you would suspect everybody, literally everybody. I mean, yes, I understand you bust people cheating in your profession, but that doesn't mean that you have to be suspicious of everybody. Plus, he seems like that one Karen who would complain about the sauce in McDonald's not being the right amount and then be like, I'm a private investigator. I know how they make it in the other McDonald's joint. I get that vibe from her.
Good.
Let's do this.
Oh, okay. Who's that on your shirt?
Oh, so this is my fiance, Zied.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Tunisia, which is
Okay.
kind of at the top of Africa, and he is about to have his visa interview in a couple of
Okay.
days.
Okay, so you get to see him.
Oh, you know, you're in America when you have to tell people where the country is. I mean, I see it all the time. People say, oh, my boyfriend is from Tunisia in North Africa. I have to specify because I know you don't know. So I have to specify. It's kind of funny. I'm not being insulting to Americans. Last time I said that America isn't automatically the better country than Tunisia, and I got dislikes. Why do you have to be why do you have to be a flag waving American in my channel? It's okay. Listen, it's okay. It's okay. Things can happen. Countries can be different. I embrace your country. Embrace mine. Hit that like button.
Yeah?
And she's been through this before. This isn't her first time. Yeah.
Time to punch now.
She's so in love with Zied right now, and she, in her mind thinks that it's going to be different. He's going
Honestly, I mean, it's cute and all, hey, look at me. But if I'm with a friend and the friend is exposing my stuff to a completely random stranger that we just met, I'd be upset. Like, it took me a while to open up to you and tell you my story, and now you're just gonna be like spreading it. Like, I don't know. It's just not cool. It's just not cool.
to be different.
Don't drop the hands. Keep the hands up. There you go.
But they've not spent a lot of time together face to face. And bam, now he's coming here. So I feel totally responsible to be the eyes and ears for her. Help her to really pay attention to any kind of red flags that could be going on.
Nah, she's completely blind. She's blinded. Like, you could tell her, you could show her like the red flags, red banners. You could paint her house red and say, "Ooh, look, this is Zied." She would still marry him. Rebecca is long gone, and I don't think anyone can speak to her and get to her. She's just long gone. I mean, she got the dude's face printed on everything, and I believe that her fridge is spammed with his pictures, probably toilet seat. Everywhere you go in her house, you will find a picture of Zied. Well, at least now she doesn't have a house. She lives with her daughter and her son-in-law, so she cannot do that. So she's settling with the t-shirt. I cannot speak today. Okay, let's keep watching.
20.
Oh my God.
How was it?
I'm done.
Good job.
Great,
Hope to
thank
see you
you.
again. Good.
Thank you, Leo.
All
I
right, no
appreciate it so
problem.
much. Whew. Let's have a seat.
Okay.
I think Melanie
Oh wow, I had to pause there. The friend has the Karen haircut. I mean, can it get more stereotypical than that? Noisy person gets involved in everybody's business, a private investigator, and that haircut.
has been pretty skeptical about the relationship because it's just her nature as a private investigator.
Oh, man.
That I definitely want to make sure that I have her support. That was a good workout.
Yeah. We need to do it again.
I think Zied would like it too.
When I say Rebecca is attractive, I know this is completely random. I remembered. Rebecca is attractive. I mean, just look at her body. She seems like she took really good care of her body. And if a young man, say Zied, is very active, he's gonna be interested in her, especially if she puts him to sleep. Just for that body. It doesn't have to necessarily look good in her face. As long as she's putting him to sleep at night, that body can do wonders. And we can see it happen with Summit and Jenny. Jenny seems to know how to put Summit to sleep. That's why Summit is submitting to Jenny. And that's just another thing about these relationships. We can judge them all we want from a distance, but we don't know what happens in their privacy. So that adds to an unseen layer to the relationship. We know that unseen layer wasn't even a thing with Muhammad and Danielle because he only slept with her the one legal time that he had to sleep with her, so it doesn't classify as fraud. So we can already tell, there are things that we cannot see, and they might be the only glue that keeps relationships like these together. So maybe Zied will stick with Rebecca just for the fact that she puts him to sleep. Let's keep watching.
Look, I understand why everybody's asking questions about this and not trusting it, but ultimately Zied and I want to be together.
And I get that, but I can see how caught up you've been in this relationship with him. And I know you don't want to hear this, and I know you've probably already thought about it, but remember, I did a background check on him.
I know.
Okay, I'll save you the trouble. She did a background check and the man doesn't classify as a job. And I talked in very, very specific details about how is that not an issue, and a lot of people from North Africa, from a lot of countries even, they can work, but they are not like legally working. You just work and you get paid with cash, which is very, very common. A lot of workers, they do that. Now I got people telling me how that's not good for the economy. How is that my issue? I just tell you what happens in these. I'm not a politician, so I'm not gonna change it. I just tell you how it is and how it works. I'm not gonna change it. I don't have the power to change it. Unless you vote for me, well, I'm not even. Let's keep watching.
And it was a little concerning.
Okay, well, I do have the background check.
Okay.
Under jobs, it's completely blank, like he's never worked a day in his life.
And see, that's what I meant. The man never classified as a job. And here's the deal. She spent at least a year with him. Now he doesn't have to work before she met him, but if she spent a relationship with him and that's a year relationship with him and the man never got up out of bed to work, then that's a red flag. You don't even need to do a background check. And Rebecca seems like she's been sending him money also. So that's another thing I would be concerned with. I don't know their circumstances. Maybe it was to help his parents, maybe it was to take care of emergencies, but I don't know what the circumstances are, so I cannot automatically say it's a scam. It's not. It's just that it's a little bit suspicious. If a man cannot even get up to get like the important things in his life settled, like say rent, say his family need $200, and he cannot get up to make $200, then that's a big issue. And if a man cannot work for at least a month to get $200 to get you a ring, and you have to buy the ring for yourself, then that's an issue. I mean, I understand, ooh, it's love, but if it gets to a point where you have to buy your own ring, you have to reconsider. I'm not saying get an expensive ring, but $200 ring, I can save and still get $200. It's not even about working. I can save and make $200 just by saving. So that's just my opinion.
What was his explanation to you as to why there was no work history listed?
Well, most of the work that he has done, when he gets paid for that, he's paid cash. And he wants to be working. He wants to, at least that's what he's told me.
Well, Rebecca, you need to be with someone that can take care of you. Everything that you've sacrificed to get him here, I don't want you to go through what you went through with your ex.
I mean, true. Well, you don't need to be with somebody who will take care of you. You need to be with somebody who can at least take care of themselves. Let's say, God forbid, Rebecca gets sick or something, then you wouldn't. It's a dilemma. What do you do then? What happens if you get sick, you know? And the other thing about like marrying or risking to bring someone over who hasn't worked in their native country, you might fall in a situation like Andre. We've seen that Andre, he hasn't been working ever since he got to the show. And in the first season, he got me fooled. Like, I really thought he was a stand-up man who would work. The way he was talking to her parents, I will work, I will do trucking, I will do whatever. But he never worked. So it's just a matter of hit or miss. If a man is not, doesn't have that drive, you cannot put it in it or put the drive in him. So let's keep watching.
My ex from Morocco took advantage of me so badly when it comes to how much money it ended up costing me. And I still am recovering both financially and with my credit. And it was really difficult to get over.
Okay. Well, let's not point fingers. Your ex Ace. I cannot speak today. Your ex from Morocco was 20 years old. 20 years old. I wouldn't even date a 20 years old me. I wouldn't. If you told me, Zain, how was your 20 years old self? I'd say dumb, pretty stupid, did a lot of dumb things, and it wouldn't be. It's just how. Please tell me how. 20 years old, and she was probably in her mid-40s. That just doesn't make sense. Nobody in their 20s are mature enough to be in a healthy relationship with a grown-ass woman, and that's just a fact.
I don't want to see you go through that again. But it's like you have blinders on. I'm speaking out of love when I say all of this, though. Just keep your eyes open for the red flags, Rebecca.
I know. I think that I'm doing that, and I'm going to give it as much of the 90 days as I possibly can.
I think even if you give it the full 90 days and plus, let's just add the 2 years until he gets a green card. Giving time limits on things never work, especially on relationships. If you give a man, if you tell him, well, you just have to be good for 2 years, they will be good for 2 years, and that's just a fact. Listen, have you ever met somebody who's on probation? What do they tell you? They tell you, I cannot do this crime, not because it's immorally correct to do this crime and I did my time and I will not do it again. No, they say, I'm on probation. I cannot do this because I'm on probation. So once the probation is over, they'll go back to doing exactly what they were doing before. So that's why I don't even believe in probations, because most people don't take that time to reflect. They take it as, oh, I gotta play safe because if I mess up, I'm going to jail. And that's the same concept. You're giving a man a probation time. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna behave because it's probation. The moment they're gonna stop behaving is when the probation time is over. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, I have messed up my elbow very, very badly while falling on my bicycle, like an idiot. So I don't know if I'll be cooking videos for the future seasons. I'll just have to see how my elbow feels like in a couple of days. Anyway, hit like if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. I am so close to 3,000 and y'all be kinda teasing me. Sometimes I'm close, sometimes I'm not. I don't know what to feel anymore, but thank you so much for subscribing and have a very, very kind weekend. A lot of people are getting lockdowns again and stuff, so I hope you get entertainment out of these videos, and I hope you keep positive, keep thinking that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it doesn't have to always be bad. Things can happen, and this is someone who messed up their elbow speaking falling with the bicycle. So stay safe and peace. See you.